With cupping, there's loads of different types of cupping. Dry cupping, wet cupping, but with you today we're primarily sticking to dry cupping. Dry cupping basically doesn't involve any blood. We'll talk more about which ones do involve blood a little bit later in the appointment if you are interested. So the first type of cupping that we basically do is you find an area where the muscles can be quite tense and tight, and essentially what you're doing in that area is giving the tissues a nice big stretch. So this area here, there's a little bit of muscular tightness if you can feel that. So I'm just using this cup, which is like a plastic cup, and then this device, which is basically like a little suction device, and it just provides a little bit of a lift to the skin. You ready?
Yeah.
So there's 1 pump and 2. And you probably just felt that little bit of a stretch on the skin, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you can kind of see this nice little dome shape. And it's also kind of drawing the blood flow into that area. So again, sometimes after cupping, it can leave a little bit of a circular red mark. Some people may have seen these famously on sort of certain athletes. Michael Phelps is a very, very big advocate, for example, of cupping. And again, it helps with injuries and obviously with a lot of tissue damage and getting blood flow into certain parts of the body a bit better. So this is called static cupping, where essentially you just leave the cup in the area for a few minutes, and obviously, like I said, you would put it on maybe a few different areas if you need to, but for demonstration we're just doing the one here. I mean, how does that feel?
It feels fine, yeah, it doesn't hurt at all.
Some people mention it can feel quite warming as well, like I said as well, which can be quite nice.
Yeah, I guess because of the blood flow, like... Yeah.
Gently kind of getting into that area as well. So I will pop one on the other side, just to create a bit of symmetry as well. Ready?
Yeah.
So again, not quite on the spine, it's just to the side of the spine. And it's just where more the muscle tissue is. Again, a little bit of a traction lift there. Again, how does that feel?
Yeah.
I've seen some very interesting design cups where people sometimes want it, and they've been designed as almost like dragon horns and things, and they run all the way down the spine and they look pretty impressive, but we're just sticking to the tried and tested cup method here. Sometimes in sort of ancient times, what they used to do before these devices were made, they would have sometimes used fire to create the suction. So the kind of inside of a cup would be created with fire, and you can even do it with a mug, essentially, if you needed to. And then that fire pressure, I'm not sure on the physics here, creates a pressure difference, and you can just put it on the skin, and that would create the traction that we're looking for, similar to what we do with the air pumps as well.
Oh, wow.
So how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels fine.
So I'm just going to release the first cup. A little pss of air if you heard it.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just left a little bit of a light red mark, which shouldn't even last more than a couple of days at max. Again, some people can leave their cups on for much longer. We're not really doing that with you today. Just going to release the right one now too. How was that?
Yeah, I can feel it more on the right, actually.
Interesting, okay. So what I'm going to demonstrate now is cupping, but dynamic cupping. So this is essentially where you put some cream or some lubricant down, and then actually you don't leave the cup in one place, but you just move it and glide it around a different area. Again, giving more of a lift to the fascia and the connective tissue, giving everything a nice little stretch. So I'm just going to apply some cream to your lower back, if that's okay. Cold, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Trying to avoid your clothes as much as I can. How does that feel?
You.
So the best thing I'd say about this is it's not painful. No one ever really describes it as painful unless you apply too much suction, in which case I'll ease off. But normally people say it gives you quite a warming feeling, as it's kind of like I said, just bringing more blood flow into that area. How's that, Melissa? Okay?
Yeah.
Good. So we'll just do a light one with this one. Can you feel that pump there?
Yeah.
That suction. So then, as I mentioned, once it's on, just a very simple gliding. Like I said, I'm sure you can feel that little bit of a pull on the skin, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, not too bad there. It's a little bit better now where the cream is. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels like a massage.
It's basically what it is. Some people will call it a cupping massage. Sometimes what happens with cupping, what we can do is, with massage, we get focus poking in and pushing in and pushing in. Sometimes it's not always in that we need to push. Sometimes it needs a bit of a stretch. So myofascia is like a connective tissue, and it basically houses your muscles. Yeah, it's a little bit more sensitive on the right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, sometimes people aren't actually necessarily tight in their muscles. They're more tight in their myofascia. And the way myofascia is released is sometimes, like I said, through cupping therapy, soft tissue work. Foam rolling is another common one as well. How did that feel, okay?
Yeah, it felt really nice, actually.
It's a strange sensation, but yeah, hopefully, like I said, quite therapeutic. But again, it's just another way of just releasing a lot of the pressure in the muscles, joints, and the myofascia, loosens up the back, so that when we do your adjustments as we're doing now, again, everything should release nice and easily. Just going to put your jumper back down.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay, getting a nice warm towel from the radiator on you. Just going to tuck it in the top of your trousers. Is that all right there, Melissa?
Yeah.
Nice and warm. Okay, I'm going to cover your hair with a nice towel on the top, protecting. And I've got some oil heating here. There's no essential oil in, it's just a beautiful organic sunflower oil that's going on. Okay, relaxing your elbows, that's it, lovely. So I'm bearing in mind that you came in saying about a sore neck, and the treatment has also brought up a little misalignment to the left hand side, lower back, into the hip. So I'm just going to do some light cupping. I think you might even like it because it's very warming. Okay, so just testing it on the inside of my arm. First one's going to go around here. So just working down that side of the spine and now to the other. How does it feel, Melissa?
I really like it, actually.
Ooh. I thought you might. So having done a little flash cupping, we're just doing a little bit of moving cupping. I'm checking out the movement of the spine, making sure there's some flow, some fluidity there. And of course, when I was doing the Tui Na a moment ago, this area, just higher than bra line, about T8, was quite sore and stiff, so this will introduce some nice warmth and movement. So it is said that where there are stronger markings, they're not necessarily lasting markings, they just rosy the skin while the cup is there. The stronger the markings, the more the cupping is needed because there is an issue there underneath or in the organ. So for instance, in TCM, Chinese techniques, we tend to call it stagnation. So where the blood is not moving, is not flowing, has stagnated, then we need to create that flow, just like we do with yoga and activations, with really good exercise, with massage and other therapies. Anything that gets the body flowing and moving has got to be a good thing. And of course, always bearing in mind it needs to be symmetrical. So whatever we do, exercise or treatment-wise to one side of the body, we also need to keep it symmetrical, treat the other side of the body. So one of the worst things we can do to our bodies, I think you're going to like this, is hoovering and sweeping and mopping and raking, anything that is one-sided, because of course we tend to put one foot forward while we're supporting the body and we're hoovering, mopping, raking, etc. You okay?
Yeah. I don't know why I thought it would be scary. It's really nice.
I thought you might like it. And you know, some parts of your back will like it more than others. So I'm imagining you're going to like this area.
Oh yeah.
Because it's kidneys. And kidneys love being warm, as I said. So really good massage with that warm cup to the kidneys. You can see the rosiness come in here. And the back will benefit, you know, any tightness in the fascia, the muscle, etc. will just dissolve. So bless you, having never had cupping before, and yet it might be the thing that your body really responds to.
Yeah, I've only had like the silicone version, but not anything using fire or heat or glass.
Yeah. Have you had pump cupping before?
Pump?
Yeah, with using a hand pump.
Oh, only once as like an example, but not actually a treatment.
Okay, because I've got those are Korean, so I've got those as well. And I tend to use those, because they're smaller, I tend to use them on smaller areas like arms and legs, and joints. But the most effective of all cupping has got to be fire cupping, because of the heat that it produces and infuses into the body. I mean, the spine, you know, to have that heat going into the spine, especially on a cold, wintry day like it is at the moment. It's March in England. Well, we've got spring coming soon. But, you know, it's foggy and chilly outside, isn't it? So it's so nice to infuse some heat deep into the body. So, because you mentioned about your neck, I'm just going to leave a few cups on you. Melissa, if you had the odd cup mark, would that be awful?
It's okay.
So, working it along the sacrum to bring that lovely realignment and settling feeling into the hips and the sacrum. Lovely. So you might have the odd pale mark. Hopefully it won't last too long. And they're not like bruises, they don't hurt. It's completely different, a cupping mark. Wanting to help that neck, there is some tightness there. That's good, it's gone nice and rosy, beautiful. That will help me when I come to do the neck release. Okay, so carrying on with the Tui Na, the spine feels so much better. Wow, this area is now moving. Oh, brilliant. Love cupping. Yeah, so where there is a little mark is about here, which is about T8, the place that was really tight just above your bra line. And sacrum is moving so well. The neck is even moving. Wonderful.
My name is Tibor, I'm going to be your therapist. What can I do for you today?
Yes, I've got quite a lot of tension, like upper shoulders, upper back, maybe even a bit lower back as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was hoping to try cupping out.
Fantastic. So you never had cupping before, right?
I've had something similar, with a plastic version, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and acupuncture I've had before.
Okay, oh, so you had a combination, yes. Yeah. So I'm using pretty much the same. I'm using plastic cups, I'm using the suction cups.
Oh, yeah.
So you have two types of acupuncture pretty much. It's the dry one, which we're going to use today, and then we have a wet cupping, which is when we make a little hole into your skin and draw a little bit of blood, but we're not doing it here today. Is there any medical issue, medical problem, anything?
Not that I could think of, no.
So we would say just tension in your shoulders and your upper back?
Yeah.
Is it from posture or?
I'd say bad posture. I do desk work all day, so
Okay.
kind of like this, and then
Okay.
I go home and I'm like this. So
Alright. So no any old injuries on the spine or anything
no
like
injuries
that?
at all, no.
Okay, and you have a full range of motions or?
Yeah, completely fine. I just don't exercise much.
Okay,
So,
that's no problem. What about stretching?
not so much recently, no.
No?
Like maybe a bit, just when you need like that, but
Okay.
not anything proper.
Okay, maybe at the end I can give you some tips how to release a bit of tension from that back. Pregnant, breastfeeding at the moment?
No.
No, any allergies at all?
And just hay fever.
Hay fever?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a problem. So we're gonna use the plastic cups, as I said to you. Cupping is a very Asian form of therapy. Okay, they already used it probably in ancient Egypt, from what we know, and the Middle East, Asia, so on and so forth. These days, basically, as I said, we have a wet cupping and a dry cupping. You can see sometimes they use the glass cups where they use a little bit of fire, so they create a different pressure and they apply it on your skin. But we are in modern world. I'm using the suction cups. Okay, so the cupping, what it does, it creates a negative pressure. So when you have a massage, that a direct pressure, where we try to kind of move the blood in the area where you have a tight and stiff muscle. With the cupping, it creates a little negative pressure, so it kind of lifts the skin, lift the muscle, increase the circulation into the area, and hopefully your muscle feel more loosened, you feel a bit better. Okay, so because you're healthy, you just have tension, there is no side effect, you don't need to worry about any side effects. The only thing that you're gonna have a little marks on your back. Okay, they look like bruises, but they're actually not bruises in the same sense like when you hit yourself, but because when we draw that blood to the area, the capillaries can crack a little bit and you can see a discoloration there. Some places there is gonna be more darker, some places less, but then we will see how it goes. Okay. For me as a therapist, it's a diagnostic tool because I can see the areas which are more darker. I can see where the problem is and I can focus on it maybe with acupuncture or with other therapy. But today we're just gonna do cupping. Do you have any questions, anything at all?
So the areas that are darker, are those the areas that are worse?
Yes, usually where you see darker circles, we say that there is a less blood flow going around and more toxins because the cups kind of pull the toxins from the muscle. So when your muscle is working, when you're working behind the desk, muscle use a lot of oxygen, so on and so forth, and there are some side products, waste products, and the cupping helps to bring it to the surface of the skin, and then your body can deal with that easier. So yes, you're right. Where you see darker circles, you have more tension, or can be certain problem there, and we can focus on that area more. Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Any other questions? Anything?
Just that, yeah.
So if you're gonna feel anything uncomfortable, just let me know.
Okay.
Just focus on breathing. Okay, nice calm breathing. You're gonna feel a little like a suction or kind of a pinching sensation. But that should go. The first minute is always kind of the most intense, and then your body relaxes into it. All right?
Okay, cool. Thank
Good.
you.
All right, so if you're ready, we're gonna start first in sitting position and then lying face down. So if you're ready, what I would like you to do, I need your upper body to be completely free and open, so remove as much as is comfortable for you. I'm gonna give you one of these big towels. You can wrap yourself, and then you're gonna be sitting on the bed facing the wall, okay? And I'm gonna be with you in a second, yeah? Take your time. All right, so if you're gonna feel anything uncomfortable, just let me know. Okay, I just want you to breathe nice and relaxed, calm, breathe in, breathe out. Keep your hands right on your hips, and we're gonna start. Okay, I'm just gonna relax. How is the pressure?
It's
Is that
okay,
right?
yeah.
So that's one of the advantage of cups like this, where I can control how much pressure I use. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's good. It feels like a nice stretch.
Yeah, it's kind of bring that skin a little bit to the cup, and yeah, some people describe it as uncomfortably comfortable.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm comfortably comfortable. It's a nice sensation.
Yeah, it's once you get used to it, and breathe into it. So it's very important that you breathe in, relaxing. Now you can see the nice color getting quite dark. Quite a lot of tightness and tension in your neck. and shoulders.
Yeah, I can really feel it in the neck.
So you can really keep the cups. The minimum is at least 1 minute, where you can see if the cup is getting any color or not, but it can be anything from 5 to 15 maximum. Depends on the age, depends on the conditions. Yeah. Don't forget to breathe in and out.
Is the colour most red near the neck?
Yeah, they're quite dark up the upper part as well. You will see yourself in the mirror. So yeah, some places like this is not so dark. They disappear within 1 or 2 days. Some of them can stay a bit longer, and you're gonna see the marks there for a couple of days, but slowly they will just dissolve the color. This is called static cupping, and there is another version as well, which is kind of moving dynamic, where we kind of slide, or sliding cupping, where we slide the cups on your back.
Are they both used for different ailments?
Static cupping, you can go to the places like using the acupuncture points, and sliding is, some people prefer sliding, some static. I usually always start with static cupping. I prefer it more. Sometimes I do sliding, but they work pretty much the same idea. We can even leave them longer, but when you're getting like a first cupping session, it can be a bit shorter time, so your body can use to it. Again, it's like with any other treatments, if you do it regularly, that's when you can see and feel the difference.
How often are people meant to get it for upkeep?
I have clients, we do it at least once a week. For a couple of weeks, and then actually you can see that the colors of the cups on the skin are less and less, fading more, because we get that flow in, we relax the muscle healing, and sometimes you can even see that they don't get any colors at all after some time. But I like to always combine the cupping with a bit of like massage or acupuncture. How are we doing? How are we feeling?
Yeah, it's nice on the neck because I can feel that's where so much of the tension is. Oh yeah, I really feel it on the neck. It's like a good pain though. I think I always say my tension's in my shoulders, but it feels more like my neck actually.
Yeah, it's all connected, so you know, neck muscle is now connected, can come to the shoulders. So whenever you move your arms, shoulders, it's gonna affect all that upper part, the latissimus muscle, and it's gonna affect your neck as well. Posture is very important, but sometimes it's difficult, especially when you forget and you're sitting behind the desk. It's difficult to keep the posture. It's a nice relief when the cups come off.
Yeah.
It's very important that you cover your neck now when you go out.
Okay.
And not because of the marks, but we don't want any cold wind or anything, or damp weather to get into that area.
Right, okay.
Any of them you feel stronger?
I think definitely the ones that are currently at the bottom of the neck. I can really feel that, like pulling it.
These two or these two?
The first two you touched.
These the first two.
Yeah. It almost feels like when I move my neck left to right, it's like a similar sensation to that stretch. In a good way.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the cups, then you're going to lie down face down.
Okay.
Cover yourself. Then I come back and we'll carry on with the thing. Okay, just move this one. You have a space. How are you feeling?
Good, yeah, it feels really nice. It feels really like open and light.
Yeah, it's going to be better even after tomorrow now you feel, because that skin is a little bit pinched, you know, it feels like it's tight. But it's going to get better. So I'm going to give you a time. I'm going to go out. Just lie face down, punch a hole into a paper and cover yourself with a towel. Yeah?
Okay, cool.
How does it feel on your lower back? Okay.
It's nice, yeah.
All right, you're all done for today. So it's very important that you keep your neck covered, whole body. Okay, as I said, they can feel a bit sore today, but tomorrow they should be all good, and it's gonna take few days before they're gonna completely disappear. All right, I'm gonna give you a time to get ready and get you some water as well.
なんか体の今日調子とか。
今日はでも、なんだろう。前回ほどそんなに硬くないような気がします。
オッケー。でもちょっと疲れもさっきね話してもらった。ちょっとお仕事忙しかったり大変だったっていうので、ちょっと背中とか中心にしっかりタッピングで流していきましょうか。
ありがとうございます。
ね、オッケー。ちょっと座ってみてください。チェックしますね。あ、確かに全然姿勢が前回よりいいかも。頭痛とかないですか？
結構あります。
あります。頭痛どの辺に出てきます？横、前。
あ、でも結構
全体。
なんていうの、ストラップみたいに
みたいに締め付ける。
そう
ギューって感じ。
ギューって感じがします。最近カフェイン飲むのやめたので、カフェイン、緑茶とか毎日4杯ぐらい飲んでたけど、それやめてカフェインのなんていう
の、ちょっとアディクティッドみたいな感じで、
なのかなと思ってました。
楽になってきました？
楽になってきました。
おお、そこどんな時頭痛出てきてたんだろ
う。すぐ飲むのやめた後と。睡眠が足りない時。
オッケーオッケー、わかりました。そっかそっか、すごいすごい。深呼吸してみてください。はい、吐いて。もう一度ゆっくり吸って。はい、吐いて。腰は痛かったりします？腰は大丈夫？
大丈夫です。
よいしょ。お、カキって言った。わかりました。よし。今日このシリコンのカップを使ってでバキューム吸って滑らせていきます。オイルを使って。で皮膚がこう引っ張られる。で皮膚と筋膜の層が引っ張られてでくっついて硬くなったところをなんていうんだろう、リリースする。ことによってちょっとすっきりさせていきますので、よ
ろしくお願いします。
はい、お願いします。大きいのとか中くらいのとか。
痛いんですか？
強く吸うと硬いところは痛かったりするけど、ちょっとそこら辺あまり痛みなく出ないようにいきましょう。でちょっと場合によっては硬いところとかね、赤い跡がついたりして数日で消えるんですけど、大丈夫ですか？
全然大丈夫です。
はい、ありがとうございます。よし。これどの匂いがいいかな。オイル使うのにすっきりめのユーカリの匂いか超ユーカリなんかいろいろブレンドされてるやつか、好きな匂いありますか？
どれも好きです。
セラニウムとオレンジだからちょっとこうハッピー系の。どれがいいってわかります？
でもユカリ大好きです。
ユカリ大好き。ね。そういえばお肌の調子とかどうです？なんか熱出ちゃったりとかたまにとか。
なんか最近本当になくて良くなってるような気がします。
よかった。オッケーです。そう前回言ってたからね、ちょっと私も気になって。
ありがとうございます。覚えてくれて。でも
よかった。じゃあ行きましょうか。じゃあうつ伏せに寝てもらってで背中出すのでちょっとボタンを取って。背中チェックします。大丈夫？このポジションは OK そうですか？楽に。
はい。
でちょっとできたらこの辺もちょっと硬いから少しここもできたらいいかなと思います。ちょっとまず少しオイルで全身というか背中周りほぐしてからカッピングでやっていきますね。よし、ちょっとお洋服取っちゃいます。この辺結構ね固まってそうな感じがします。ちょっと首周りとかもやってきますね。痛かったりしたら全然言ってください。筋肉をほぐしていきますね。これ痛くないですか？
気持ちいい。
強すぎたら全然やってくださいね。先にちょっと深いところの筋肉自体をほぐしてから、もっとその後カッピングの表面にある筋膜をリリースしていきます。その方が多分カッピングも痛み感じなくて楽だと思うので。 痛くないですか？大丈夫？
大丈夫です。
はい。 ほらカッティングしていきますね。オイルを多めにつけていきます。ちょっと吸ってきますね。こんな感じ。
全然痛くないです。
痛くない痛かったらやってくださいね。
はい。
なんかね、すごい吸われてる感じですよね。
なんか痛いよりはなんか冷たく感じるような気がします。
ちょっとこのシリコンカップだからかな、ちょっとすいません。
全然なんか気持ちいいです。
気持ちいい感じ。
痛くないのはびっくりです。
ちょっとまず背骨沿いを、
あ、ここは感じます。
感じますよね。結構ね、硬いかも。これやっぱね、腰回りちょっと硬いかもしれないです。メルさん。
腰全然痛くないのになんでだろう。
ね、なんか筋肉っていうよりか表面の筋膜とか皮膚がちょっと硬めな感じ。
また姿
勢かなって感じがします。ここもね、ちょっと皮膚が少しね冷えてる感じ。あんまり血流も良くないのかなって感じがしました。
また前回のお腹が冷えてるのと同じ。
関係はねあると思います、多分。よいしょ。ちょっと背骨の脇もいきますね。
お腹とか体が冷えてる人って遺伝子ですか？生活？
冷えやすい遺伝で、例えばお腹が冷えやすいとか、そういうなんていうの傾向はあると思うんですけど、まあ、今冷えちゃってるかどうかは生活習慣とか体調によるかなと思います。じゃ
あ、自分で頑張らないと。
自分次第でね、いくらでもよくはなると思いますよ。予防もできるし。ここもちょっと痛い。
ここは大丈夫です。多分どんどん
下に行く
と。こ
ことかね、ちょっと痛いですよね。ちょっとこういうところもね、大丈夫。
大丈夫です。
今のところ跡ついてないんで大丈夫です。ここが小さいので。ではですね、ちょっと背中をこれで吸いながら滑らせていきます。こんな感じ。大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。
振りたい。
痛くないです。
痛くない、大丈夫。
痛いのは本当に腰だけ。
腰だけ。ね、腰ね、この辺ね。よいしょ。ないですか？はい。 ちょっと拭き取るので少々お待ちください。カッピングこんな感じです。大丈夫でした？
結構はまりそうな感じがします。はまりそうな感じがします。
本当に。
体がすごい軽く感じてて。
軽く感じる。この辺ポカポカします？今。結構ね血流良くなってね、ほんのり赤みがある感じになってます。
首が前ほど硬くない感覚はすごいあります。
ああね、私もそれすごいやってて感じました。前より全然いい感じです。
なんか針の跡とちょっと似てます。
ああ、今感覚的に。
ただ、針よりはなんか血流がよく
なった感じ。
楽しい。
オッケー、じゃあちょっと袖通しますね。ちょっと背中カッピングで流しますね。痛くないですか？大丈夫。はい。 足流しますね。辛くない？大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。眠くなってます。本当に寝ちゃいそうだ。
全然寝てもらって大丈夫ですよ。 オイル拭き取りますね。じゃあお待ちください。